Okay. So, can you talk us through a little bit about who are the different types of lawyers in this business? You've got talent representatives, you've got studio lawyers.
Talent lawyers basically represent the talent. So they are doing the deal with the studio. So their job is interesting in that they have kind of a lot of management, I would say, because they're dealing with creative personalities. That's very different to what I do on a day-to-day basis. Some of that stuff impacts me, but I'm not dealing with, a movie star or a television star day to day on the phone. I'm dealing with their talent representatives, and that would be their agent, their manager, and or their lawyer, all three of those. So in addition to that, the talent lawyers are not dealing with the networks, right? So they don't do that half of the equation. And also, they're not dealing with the production side. So when I make a deal with a piece of talent, say Laura Linney or Jason Bateman. Jason Bateman's not a good example because he's also an executive producer, but that's where that ends. Once I get those deals in place, for me, the story really begins. That's where we're building out this huge infrastructure of a show. And like every single credit you see on that screen when it ticks through is a deal that we've had to make, right? So they have one piece of it. We have our foot in that piece, but we also have our foot on the production side, which is just a huge undertaking. It's a big difference.
Can you talk us through the generalities of a talent deal? And you can say Jason Bateman or Laura Linney, or we can make up somebody. Let's say you were doing a deal with Justin Bieber, doesn't even matter. But can you walk through
Right.
what some of those steps are for an actor?
It's interesting. You're really booking them for time. And so traditionally the deals have been, you book them for the first year where they're firm, and then you have options on them. And so that's the biggest thing for a talent deal, because it's easier to change out a writer or a director, but it's very difficult to change out the face of a show, right? It's that chemistry on screen that makes it either it goes, it takes off, or it doesn't. So you change a major, face of a show, you could mess up the whole works, right? So for them, it's number of options, of course, their salary, what they can do in between, which is called their exclusivity. What else can they do besides your thing? How do they fit that in? Who has the priority? Because once a show is going, the studio has a master. It's called the network. And they're like, we're going to pick it up. We want to go. We want to get it back on the air as soon as possible. So it's like, you can't have the actor really determining all of that, because these numbers are huge. You could be having a show, a budget between 7 to 10 million per hour, right? So when you have 10 episodes, it's a lot of money that they are putting up there to get that on, and they want it when they want it,